That's it. Bernie the Boxers, Johnny Boy Boxing, Fight Hype. What's going on, man? Congratulations. Your fighter just did it. He just did it. That's it, man. What was the keys to victory for your opponent, man?
Man,
I mean,
he just listens to the corner. He got talent, abundance of talent. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
He just listens to the corner, and you know this is a building fight, and he did what he had to do. Got the guy out of there. The guy was tough. Didn't just shut him down. You know, didn't just quit when he hit him, and that was it. Appreciate
That's it. You already know, man. Congratulations. I see how happy you are about it.
Yeah, I'm happy for that kid. You know, he's a good kid. He's a good-looking kid, and he know how to talk, and he got a pop. You know
what's his record now? Give me his name.
So he 3-0. Jamar Don't Mercy Tally from Camden. Stand
That's
up.
it.
Jersey
That's
in the
it,
house.
man. We out here, man.
You hear me?
You already know.
Yeah,
now I gotta ask you a few questions. How's Keyshawn doing? How's he been?
I haven't talked to the kid, but I'm sure he's doing all right. And, you know, I know how it is. You know, he's a Pisces like me. And, you know, sometimes our emotions get the best of us. You know
I'm Pisces too, I know.
He's a passionate guy. And, you know what I'm saying? Then we remorseful. So, you know what I'm saying? Although, you know, I don't want to say he probably apologized for his feelings like that. Yeah. But, you know, sometimes you got to carry yourself in a different way. You know, and I'm sure he's regretful about that. But I haven't talked to him. But Bo did, and you know, he expressed regret, and you know, so we on the comeback trail, you know, redemption. You know, that's a story for us now.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know? So when you think we'll see Keyshawn?
I don't know right now.
You have to work that out.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much damage this has done to him. I don't know how you know, Bob didn't want to work with him or who was next for him.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. What's this still? This is half the year. So maybe we can get something by the end of the year.
Definitely,
you know, and finish the year strong. You know what I mean? I don't know who will be an opponent for him. You know,
I got somebody for you because he said he was going to move to 140. Richardson Hitchens just won. One beat Cambosis.
Yeah.
He's bringing out a noise. They had some words back and forth. How do you like that fight, Richardson Hitchens and Keyshawn?
Oh, I like Keyshawn against everybody up there at 140.
Yeah.
You know, I like Keyshawn against everybody up there at 140. And yeah, man, like I say, 54 is a stacked division, 40 is a stacked division, and man, I favor Keyshawn over all them guys. I think he's gonna give a great fight with all them guys. Like I told him, I think he's gonna be Bruce Lee at 140 because you know he's growing. You know what I'm saying? And he's been making 35 since with the Olympics. You know, that's 5 years he's growing. Yeah. So I think that 40 will be a great weight for him. And like I say, we all make mistakes. And you know the kid in the ring, he's an exciting fighter. He brings a lot of drama, a lot of intensity, a lot of passion in the ring, and that's what the people want to see. You know, a lot of great fighters, they get in trouble outside the ring. You know what I mean?
I work with you.
We do want to. I'm good.
Okay.
We good for you know, making weight. That's a different situation. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of fighters encounter that. But you know, so this is not. The outside thing, maybe, you know, I think they might have be blowing it up a little more than what it was, but just the act, the thought of it, you know, sours a lot of people. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was watching Allen Iverson thing today, and they was talking about, you know, the riot at the bowling alley and stuff like that. And how they put a 2 on a 10 and make it worse. You know what I mean? But so I think that's probably what it is. But once you get back to your winning ways, you know, and you know,
people forget. They seem to forget.
Well, not forget, but forgive.
Okay, forgive. Yes.
Forgive is the biggest thing. You know, the Lord forgives. We have to forgive. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's the only thing. And He's going to pay however they make him pay. And once He made his, you know, paid his debt, you know, made it straight and give forgiveness, ask the man upstairs first. You got to ask him first, forgive himself, and ask for forgiveness for everybody else, and that's all we can do is go on. So I'm looking for big things for Keyshawn, and you know what I'm saying, it's a big learning experience for him.
Absolutely, and when Keyshawn goes up, just how would a fight play out, just hypothetically speaking, between him and Richardson Hitchens? He's a taller fighter. How do you think that'll play out?
Like I say, Keyshawn's so dynamic, you know what I'm saying, and he got that speed. Richard Hitchenson's a good fighter. He's a solid fighter. I think Richard Hitchens is so solid. He almost like a Danny Garcia. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He don't do nothing great, but he do everything good. You know what I mean? So I think that's what Richard Hitchens is. And I shout out to Richard Hitchens. You know, maybe them fundamentals have got him all the way to the championship. But do I think he a dynamic champion? No. I think Keyshawn is a dynamic champion. And so I would favor Keyshawn in that fight.
Final message to Richardson Hitchens.
Oh, keep doing what you're doing, Africa. Hey, man, you looked it good. You got that boy out there like you were supposed to. And shout out to you, man, and your home team. Keep doing what you do. I love Africa. You understand?
That's it.
You
That's
just asked
it.
me about a boxing match.
Yeah. No, definitely. And you know I got to ask you before we get you out of here. CANELO, Crawford, the press conference tomorrow. You already know.
Beautiful.
So we're going to be there. How does it, you don't have to give us the secret, but how do you beat Canelo Alvarez, even stoppage? Like, how does that work?
It ain't no secret. Crawford gonna put hands and feet on him, and that's how you do it. You understand? And typically, like I'm saying, sometimes this raises. I don't know how it is. It gives you so much more power when you have that. Like
the motivation,
you know what I'm saying? Like what these guys, you know what I mean? I'm trying to give a different
You perform at a higher level.
You understand? And come on, man, and Crawford, he thrives on that. Did you see the way he looked at Canelo? See what he told him?
Yeah.
Now, the man said, now, was both good. Say, not going to beat me. You say, I'm telling you, I guarantee I'm going to beat you. So you know what I'm saying? That's how Crawford is. That's how he feel. He believe in his heart. And you could tell it. You could look him in his eyes. You know what I mean? And a lot of people believe that Crawford going to win this fight. And a lot of Mexican people.
Yeah, they supporting him. They supporting him.
A lot of Mexican people, so they got their formula why Crawford going to beat him. But it's a tremendous fight. I think Canelo, like I say, is a living legend. And everything that he do. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of Mexicans don't like him, but I love him. I think he does everything good in the ring. I think, from swag to everything. I just love Canelo. I can't take it away from him. He had them little allegations and everything.
Yeah.
And that's a damper on him, but I try not to focus on that. You know what I mean? I know he got in there with the baddest guys, the toughest guys, and he came through with flying colors. So I give him all the credit, going up there fighting Bivol when nobody knew who Bivol really wasn't paying attention to him. That man was a 25-year-old champion, the reigning champion, title defense under his belt, and young and good. And Canelo fought him. So, you know what I'm saying? That was a challenge. You feel me? Had the height, had the reach, had a lot of, you know what I mean? So I give Canelo none but credit. I thank him for allowing us to get this fight. And you see what Crawford said. I didn't get to Canelo got to fight these guys with the names. I didn't necessarily get to fight all the guys with the names when I wanted to. But I got him.
Yes.
And that's the how it comes around full circle. And when God got it for you, nobody can be against you. And so I think he's the most deserving fighter of that outside of Benavidez. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Besides that, but Benavidez still doesn't bring the super fight dynamic to it.
Yes.
It's a really good fight with Benavidez, but this is a super fight. Exactly. We have legends fighting each other. David Benavidez has yet to become a legend. He's still growing in the sport.
Absolutely.
Crawford is a legend. 14 years in the sport, 10 years as champion, 11 years going on. You understand? Undisputed 2 different times, fighter of the year, all those different things. So, like I say, and the mystique of Crawford is legend in itself. The mystique of Crawford. So, I mean, so it's a super fight. Again, I thank Canelo Alvarez for taking the fight, and I know he's a guy that prides himself on challenges, and it might not grow on him at first, but when he started thinking about it, now I'm about to get in a ring with this guy, I better take a closer look at him. You understand?
Yes.
And like I say, I feel like he said, this is going to be one of his best fights. Feel me?
Exactly.
So he's super motivated and sharp. And he said this also, they think all I got is power. They don't understand what else I got. Okay, so we training for everything about that. That's what make it even more dynamic. You haven't even heard Canelo talk like that. So Crawford is going to make him bring out the best in himself. So I'm looking for the best of them guys. And again, shout out to Canelo. But we going to beat him.
That's it. That's it.
And it's Crawford versus Canelo, not the other way around.
You know
but
it.
It's respect, though.
But Bernie, you know Bud almost his whole life. You know him more than anybody. So what are some of those conversations that he's telling you inside, like his mentality and everything? When you guys are alone and there's no cameras around.
Well, okay, I said this. I said to him the other day. I said, you think you got another postal performance in you? He said, but no, I can do anything I want. He said, I do anything I want, but I ain't gonna do that. I said, but I ain't gonna do that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, ain't gonna be no running.
Yeah.
He gonna box him the way he need to box him. Only Crawford could say that. Crawford is a master. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't learn it over time. He didn't craft it himself. So like I say, I'm just there to give him the water, put the towel on, you know what I'm saying, and kind of remind him of some things. But he got a fighting instinct, a fighting heart. And so like I say, he don't take nothing just for nothing. You know what I mean? He didn't already set it up in his mind how to beat Canelo. He didn't already adjusted in his mind the things that as much as you can. You understand? He didn't put himself, I feel like, if I win. Not necessarily if I lose, but situations like that. You know, you
Yeah.
gotta think
You know,
dark
he-
and think
yeah,
deep
yeah.
in these situations. You know what I mean? Just like I tell them when you training, you know, imagine yourself on the ropes.
Yes.
When you shadow boxing, imagine yourself getting hurt. You know what I'm
Adversity.
saying? Different things like that, so you mentally feel it. You know what I mean? So, and I think Crawford had covered all them bases. Come September 14, you know, September 13, you know, you're gonna see the best in the world. It's the Crawford era, and I ain't telling no lie. You know, I'm being truthful, dead honest. It's the Crawford era, and I said it like this because the guy said, well, Canelo, what is gonna do for your brand if you lose to Crawford? And he said, "Now I'm not gonna lose, but it's this." I say, "You just have to. We just gonna lay it there, and y'all have to rank them where you go after that."
Exactly.
But then at the same time, you can't really down Canelo. You just got to lift Crawford up.
Exactly.
That's all you got to do is just how great Crawford is.
Exactly.
It won't be now how bad Canelo is. It's how great Crawford is.
Absolutely.
You understand? And why he
Absolutely.
was the most avoided fighter of his time behind Regendow. You know what I'm saying? Aside of Regendow. You know, so it'll all come to a head with this. And again, like I'm saying, the Spence fight was a mega fight. It's a huge fight. It's like that. But this is the super fight.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, we got two legends and two different. You understand what I'm
It's
saying?
different.
I like what Crawford said. Because you know he really showing his he really showing another side of him in these last couple of years. But
Yeah.
like he said, what did he say? He said, well, he said that no, I didn't get a chance to fight those guys. Now I'm fighting this guy. I forgot whatever he said, but along those lines, like
Yes,
I'm saying,
yes.
oh no, he said these is the last lineage to those guys.
Yes,
that's what he
yes,
said.
yes,
Canelo
absolutely.
was the last lineage to those guys.
Exactly,
You understand?
exactly.
To the guys to when boxing was boxing.
He didn't get to fight Oscar De La Hoya. He didn't get to fight Cotto. He didn't get to fight those guys. Mayweather.
But they all linked in the chain.
Yes.
And Canelo is the last
one.
link. These guys is the last throwback guys that
Yes.
we got from the 2000s.
Exactly.
Crawford and Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a
Exactly.
few others. But these is the guys that's connected to that line. And so like he said, you know, before he get out there, I'll get my chance. And so thank God, because we didn't get Pacquiao. Well, we should have got Pacquiao.
shoulda got it.
You know what I'm saying? And different things like that. But we got Canelo. So again, they give us the big, strong Goliath guy.
Perfect timing.
You know what I'm saying? With everything, you know, with all the attributes that he got.
Yes.
Feel me? So it ain't no easy. They ain't giving us an easy.
Nah.
Which Crawford don't want it easy. And I'm so proud of the kid. I'm happy for him. And again, thanks for Canelo for taking the fight, accepting the fight. And that's just a testament to him. You know what I'm saying? We gonna win September 13th. We come with all them belts. We gonna do Sugar Ray Leonard on him. We done win up 5-weight class, won
Yes.
all the world. You understand? We come out light.
But isn't it going to be
through
6 weight
middleweight.
classes? Isn't it 135 all the way to 168? It might be 6, no?
35,
35?
40. You don't count 35 though, right? 40,
Oh, I
47,
think so.
54,
I think you
60.
do. Oscar De La Hoya, 6 weight divisions. That's what he had. Leonard had
30.
5.
He was 30 though. 30,
Yeah.
35, 40, 47, 54, 60.
68. 168.
Leonard was 68.
Oh, yeah.
5-weight world champion.
Okay.
Oscar De La Hoya was 60.
Okay,
He won
okay.
against Felix Sturm. against
Felix
Billy
Sturm.
Joe.
Yes.
A
You're
lot
right.
of
You're
people
right.
didn't win that fight, but they gave him the
I seen that. I remember. Yeah. We'll get into that, Bernie. We'll get into that.
With Sugar Ray Leonard,
Danny Lalonde.
they put 2 titles up though.
Yes.
It was 2 titles so he could pass to Tommy Hearns.
Oh, okay. I
It was
got
super
you.
middleweight and light heavyweight. You can't do that. You can't do that unless, like I say, they made it up.
They made it, baby, bro. We'll get into that on camera,
Yeah.
Bernie. But Bernie, thank you so much for your time. It's Johnny Boy Boxing. That fight, best of luck.
Appreciate
All right?
it, Johnny Boy.
You already know.
Love.
That's it.